Holy moly, we have got credit card offers galore, elevated offers on several cards that you're going to want to take a look at. Chase has just announced the 5 times categories on the Chase Freedom Flex card for Q4 2024, and I've got a story today as it relates to having your guests pay for their own food at your wedding to save money. Is it proper to do? We've got a lot more details on that story and a lot more on this week's edition of the Weekly Pointers News Update. I'm Brandon Boyd with The Brandon Boyd Show. You can see I'm not in my regular office today. I'm in New York City staying at the Intercontinental Barclays property. It's an IHG property. It's a great location. I've stayed here a couple times, really enjoy it. But I'm also up here for the One Bite Pizza Fest. I'll have a review of that as well, where some of the top pizza places in the country, in the world for that matter, are all in one place. I got to sample a lot of food, and I'm going to tell you who I thought was best, so keep an eye out for that video. When these videos come out every week, it's basically a recap of everything you may have missed regarding credit cards, points and miles, travel, money, finance, and everything in between. There's topics on the screen with a timer down below. Super simple to follow along. If you do find these videos helpful or mildly entertaining, don't forget to be awesome and give me a big thumbs up on the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notifications for alerts, and if you're interested in any of the elevated offers or card that I'm going to mention in today's video, make sure you use my referral link down in the description below. And when you do that, greatly helps support the channel. I can't thank you all enough for doing that so far. You're doing awesome. I really appreciate your support. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about today, including I may talk like a pirate at the end of this episode, and it has to do with a food deal. I'm not going to give you the details yet. You're just going to want to stick around. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's dig into the news. So Chase has just announced their 5 times categories for Q4 of 2024 on the Freedom Flex card. If you're not familiar with the Freedom Flex card, essentially up to $1,500 in spend in specific categories dictated by Chase can earn you 5 times points in those categories. So 5 times points times $1,500 in spend adds up to quite a few points, to say the least. And the categories for Q4 of 2024 are PayPal, McDonald's, pet shops and vet services, and then some select charities as well. So this is really interesting. Usually for Q4 2024, we like to see more geared towards, stores that you may be doing some holiday shopping for or something like that. But keep in mind, you can use PayPal at some of these online retailers. So that might be a way to earn this 5 times category. I think it's interesting that McDonald's got singled out as one of the 5 times categories. I'm not really sure how to feel about that. I'm not sure how quickly 5 times points adds up at McDonald's. However, if you watch this channel a lot, they do have a lot of deals in their app. So this is definitely an interesting set, only because of the mix, really. You've got vet services, McDonald's, and PayPal. Those don't really go together in any shape or form, so it's a really interesting mix. Let me know if you're going to be able to max out your 5 times categories. If you don't have the Freedom Flex card, it's a no annual fee card. It's one that everyone should have at some point. Make sure you check it out. Let me know what you think about these categories. We've got 2 Marriott elevated offers, one that offers the best points promo ever for one card, and one that offers 5 free night certificates. Let's dig into both of them. So first, the Marriott Bonvoy Boundless card. So right now you can earn 125,000 bonus points after spending $5,000 on purchases in the first 3 months. So for points offers alone, this is the best points offer we've ever seen on this card. Now, with the Marriott card, sometimes they will offer free night certificates in lieu of having the bonus points up front, and that's what we're going to get to in this next offer. So the next offer on the Marriott Bonvoy Business card, you can earn 5 free night awards valued up to 50,000 points each for eligible stays after you spend $8,000 within the first 6 months. So which one are you going to do? Are you going to do the points, or are you going to do the free night certificates? I'm a big fan of free night certificates because there's a lot of value that can be earned there. And Marriott points don't exactly add up to a lot. The value per point is lower in many cases than it is for Hilton and for Hyatt. So in my opinion, it's better to go for the free night certificates when you have Marriott offers. So that's the way that I would lean, but let me know if you think I'm wrong in the comments. But wait, there's more. That's right, we've got even more elevated offers, and if you're a fan of Delta Airlines, I think you're gonna really like what you see here. Now, Delta cards typically have rotating elevated offers throughout the year. Some of them are pretty good, they're decent, they're slightly elevated, but these take it another step up. These elevated offers are worth taking a look at, so if you're thinking about the Delta card, these are ones you're going to want to hear about because they're higher than the last round of offers that came out on these cards. So first, the Delta SkyMiles Platinum American Express. You can earn 90,000 miles after $4,000 spent in 6 months. The Delta Sky Miles Reserve Card, 100,000 bonus miles after $6,000 spend in 6 months. The Delta Sky Miles Gold Card, that's 90,000 bonus miles after $6,000 spend. The Delta Sky Miles Platinum Business Card, you can earn 100,000 bonus miles after $8,000 spend. And then finally, we have the Delta Sky Miles Reserve Business Card at 110,000 bonus miles, but there is a higher spend of $12,000 in the first 6 months. It's important to note that these offers do end on October 23rd, 2024. So you can see, compared to previous elevated offers on Delta cards, these are definitely a step up. If you're interested in collecting, again, a big chunk of miles all at once for travel sometime over the next year or so, pick up one of these cards. I still have the Delta Business Platinum card myself. I get a lot of use out of it. The benefits are very good. Let me know if you have a Delta card, which one in the lineup is your personal favorite. There's a lot to choose from, quite frankly, so it's hard for me to give a recommendation on exactly which one. I just told you which one I carry, but it may not be the best fit for you. Let me know which one you carry and which one is your favorite. You know, every week on the Weekly Pointers News Update, I like to share stories that relates to credit cards, money, finance, and personal relationships, and how that all comes together to create some really interesting scenarios. And by the way, these scenarios come from people online. They're posting these stories and they're trying to get advice on who is wrong and who's right in these particular scenarios. So I'm not making these up. I'm literally just searching online, finding stories that I think are interesting and sharing them with you. But man, there is no lack of supply on these stories. It's really amazing. When I think I'm going to run out one day, I just come across another one and I'm just surprised again and again. So this story is really interesting today because it talks about a wife, or actually a woman that's getting ready to go down the aisle. She's not a wife yet. She's asking the question, should she have her guests pay for their food at the wedding to help cut down on cost? Before we get into the details of today's story, I do want to talk about Aura. Now, if you're not familiar with Aura, they provide a lot of services that help keep your information secure online. And this is really important, especially for me, because I've had my identity stolen before. It is the worst. I literally had somebody take my driver's license information. All the information was the same and they just changed out their picture, but they gathered my information from the dark web online, apparently. So it's really scary when that happens, and it's something you really don't want to deal with. You want to be aggressive in protecting your information. Don't wait until something happens like I did. That was a huge mistake. Or can make sure that your information is protected online if somebody tries to use your information. And by the way, we just had the largest data leak in history with over 2 billion pieces of information, including social security numbers, addresses, and much more. If your information has been detected and being used online, they will alert you and let you know. When I apply for credit cards online, especially if I'm doing Watch Me Apply videos, when I'm doing Watch Me Apply videos on this channel, about 30 seconds later, I get a ding from Aura that says, hey, somebody's pulling your credit. I'm also aware of any kind of services that are using my information to sell to other services, to put me on mailing lists, email lists, all these things. I don't want my information out there. And they also provide a VPN. So long story short, whether it's a VPN, protecting your identity, alerting you when somebody is trying to use your stuff, they protect you from end to end. So go to aura.com/Boyd. You can sign up for a 2-week free trial. And after the 2-week trial, if you decide not to use it, hey, just don't use it anymore. But trust me, you're going to want to do that. And if nothing else during the 2-week trial, make sure that you go on and see how many times your data has been used. They will tell you exactly how many times your data has shown up, which is really freaky when you go to look at it. And it'll make you want to keep the subscription because trust me, like I said, having your identity stolen sucks. You don't want it. Aura.com/Boyd, 2-week free trial. Let me know what information you find out from Aura about yourself in the comments. It could scare you a little bit. All right, so I'm going to read this verbatim from the perspective of the woman that's getting ready to get married. She posted this online, so I'm going to read her stuff word for word. I think there's some grammatical errors in here, but I'm going to read it just like she posted it. So let's go ahead and dig into it. I just got engaged. We have finally picked our wedding venue, but budget has been an unspoken issue. We haven't settled a budget with my parents because my parents keep dodging the question and keep saying that they will, quote, find a way to pay for what you want, unquote. The venue is $1,000, but it is $86 per person for food and $26 per person for drinks. I have a really big family, but I only want to invite close family and friends, but my parents want to invite extended family as well as my parents' friends. Our guest list is looking like 100 to 150 people. The venue can hold 150 comfortably and 180 pushing it. This is also not including my parents' list, and they have a wait list for when people say no. My family aren't rich and we live comfortably within our means, so a $20,000 wedding isn't super ideal, so I thought that guests should pay the $86 for their food to ensure their RSVP, and it saves us about $10,000 plus for the wedding. My parents are livid about this idea and think nobody is going to pay that. I said, that's fine. If nobody wants to pay, then they won't attend the wedding and it makes it cheaper. They think we should find a cheaper venue and cut down my list. But really, they mean cut down my list, because this is the second fight we've had about my mom's family not being invited. My fiance is putting in half of this wedding too, and everyone keeps telling me it's, quote, my day, but it really doesn't feel like it. Am I being a jerk in this scenario by asking people to pay to RSVP to my wedding? So this brings out some issues, right? So this lady wants to have her day, and she wants to have all of her friends and family come. It's a dream for a lot of people, and I don't deny her that dream. A lot of people want that. They want all of their friends and family to be there for their big day. However, she has stated that her budget just doesn't dictate that she can do that comfortably. In fact, it's going to put a strain on the relationship, and I wonder if that's a good way to start out a marriage in the hole, right? I mean, if you're already going in the negative and you're already making a bad money choice on the first thing that you do together, that's not a very good sign, in my opinion. If you're asking what I think that they should cut down on their budget. I think $86 a plate sounds like a lot. Maybe I'm wrong. Is $86 a plate normal these days? I've been married for, what, 16, 17 years, so it's been a hot minute since I've looked into how much it costs for food, but that seems pretty high. In short, I would either cut the guest list, but I would never ask somebody to pay for the wedding food. But maybe I'm wrong. That's just me. I'm not always right in these scenarios. Have you ever been in a situation like this? I know when people go to weddings, sometimes there's a cash bar, sometimes it's an open bar, and the open bar tab can get really big if you don't get it under control. So I get trying to make sure that you keep things under control to a certain degree, but I think basic food provided for such a big day is something that should just happen. Let me know your thoughts on this. Am I wrong in this scenario? Is she wrong in this scenario for asking them to do that? It doesn't matter. All the opinions are valid. I can't wait to hear what you have to say. Oh man, this is going to be one of the more interesting free food deals that I've ever done on the channel, because this one relates to a place that I don't even think that we've had a food deal announced before on the channel, but it's such an interesting offer. It comes from Long John Silver's, and in order to get the free food, you have to come in on a specific day and talk like a pirate. Yeah, I'm not kidding. And in the spirit of that, I'm going to talk like a pirate as I read their official Instagram announcement on how to get this free food. And by the way, before I read this, I'm just going to read this straight from my phone. Don't say I never do anything for you. I'm going to do this because I love all of you all out there. This comes from the Long John Silver's Instagram account. Jeez. Ahoy, ye scallywags! Treasure awaits the most daring of buccaneers. This Talk Like a Pirate Day. Join us on 9/19 and give us your best pirate impression. I don't even know if this one's good or not. And ye shall be rewarded with a free piece of batter-dipped fish or chicken. If ye be true pirate at heart, don your finest pirate garb and swagger in, and we'll grant ye a free batter-dipped fish or chicken basket. Participating locations only. Participating locations only. Arr. Okay, that was really bad. So here's the deal. All right, so here's the deal. You come in, you talk like a pirate, and you get a free piece of chicken or fish. If you wear pirate garb on top of talking like a pirate, then you get an entire basket. Talk about an interesting deal. I gotta say, I give kudos to Long John Silver's. My apologies to the pirate community out there. I don't know if I really butchered your accent or how you talk on the high seas, matey. I don't know. I just did it again for some reason. But I love creative promos like this. This is really interesting. And the day again that this is happening is September 19th. So if September 19th, go in, talk like a pirate, dress like a pirate, you'll fit right in. Should be a good day, and it's free food. Well, this has been a very fun episode. We talked about a ton of elevated card offers, and I mean a ton. We talked about elevated offers with points and also with free night certificates. We've got the 5x categories with the Chase Freedom Flex card, and I talked like a pirate for some reason. I'm so sorry to everybody out there. My apologies again. And I can't wait to hear what you have to say about the story about the woman asking people to pay for the food at the wedding. I think that could be controversial. Interested to hear what you have to say. Keep in mind, if you're interested in any of the cards mentioned in today's video, or any card for that matter, make sure you apply using my referral link down in the description below. When you apply using that referral link, greatly helps support the channel, and I can't thank you all enough for doing that so far. If you found this video helpful or mildly entertaining, don't forget to be awesome. Give me a big thumbs up on the video. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notifications for alerts, and when you click on the Brandon Boyd Show, click, you're gonna get the latest information on credit cards, points and miles, travel, money, finance, free food at Long John Silver's, arr, and everything in between. And I look forward to seeing you all in the next episode. We'll see you soon.